Good morning. Well, I'm out today for an overnight backpacking trip in the Smokies with my friend Angela. Today's video is going to be just showing you what I eat, what my typical meals kind of look like, what type of food I'm eating while I'm out on a backpacking trip. So I'll be having my snacks and my lunch and dinner, and then of course breakfast tomorrow morning out on the trail. And then just a little bit of hiking as well in this video. And today we're out doing a section in the Great Smoky Mountains National Park. We're on West Prong Trail, and then we'll be doing part of Bote Mountain Trail tomorrow. So I'll put a little bit of clips and video in as well. All right, well, it's time for my first snack of the day. And just depending on how many miles I do on a hike will depend on how many snacks I have through the day besides my lunch and dinner. And usually my snacks just involve some type of protein bar, some type of bar. So these are just some of the snacks that I brought with me today. I have a Kind bar, and then I have a Laura bar. This one is a strawberry chocolate chip. I found this at my local grocery store and called Kroger. It's by the brand Simple Truth, but I love this. It's the soft seed and nut bar. This is what I'm gonna have right now. Coconut cashew. That's what it looks like. This trail is so pretty. Oh wow, look at all of the mountain laurel. So pretty. There's pink. Made it to the campsite area. Just gotta find us a nice spot. Alright, this is our campsite. Got everything set up. Our hammocks, our tents. We're at campsite 18. This is the C campsite. It's really nice. Here's the wide shot of it. Well, I think I'm gonna take me a little break here in my hammock and have me a little bit of my snacks that I brought. So some of the snacks that I have with me today are, I have these carrots. They're called Snackers. And I found those in the produce section. They have like a little seasoning packet here. And so this one is chili and lime, and these are really good. So I'm gonna have that for a snack. And then I also have these sassy bites. These are sweet and spicy pickles. So I love to have those. I don't always take these with me, but since this is a pretty short hike, I went ahead and brought them. And then I'll fix a little lunch here in just a minute. She's chilling in her hammock. Yeah, she just tried a chili love carrot. It's pretty good. Some of the other snacks that I brought too, I brought some plantains, and these are a Caribbean jerk flavor. And then I brought the, I like to bring some nuts as well sometimes, and these are cashews. These are the Everything Bagel Seasoning cashews, and they're so good. Ways to get good fat and protein. Plantains are good to give you a lot of potassium. Angela and I have decided to soak our feet in the river. All right, I'm gonna make my lunch now, and I don't really have a name for it, so I'll just show you the ingredients. So what I'm having for lunch today starts with a tortilla, and then I have some lemon pepper salmon, olives, dried kale, cream cheese, and then I have some capers and Everything Bagel Seasoning. We'll start with the cream cheese. You can't always carry cream cheese on the trail when it's really hot, but it's still pretty cold considering how warm it is today. But it could just be because I didn't have it in my pack too long, and I'm using it the first day, you know, so I think it's fine. had salmon out on the trail. I had a bear show up. And then I'm gonna add some of these olives. I love olives, especially the Kalamata olives. Next we'll add capers. Some bagel seasoning. And then I'm gonna add this kale. We're gonna crush up a little bit more. Just make it easier. This is a seasoned kale. It had like tahini sauce on it. I can't remember. I'm probably not saying that correct. And there it is. And now we're just gonna roll it up into the tortilla and eat it. I wanted to bring something that I knew I probably wouldn't carry on a longer trip. So this is really good. It's very flavorful. If you like these type of ingredients, then I think you'll like this pretty good. So I'm gonna enjoy this. This is my lunch today, yay. Angela brought us coloring books. So I'm gonna do some coloring here in my hammock. Angela's coloring too. She's coloring that. So this should be fun. Pass the time away a little. Already took a nap. Here is my finished picture. View from the hammock. So pretty. There's a little fire going. It's about dinner time. All right, well, tonight's dinner is going to be bangers and mash. And it's kind of the English dish. If you have watched my recipe, backpacking recipe video, it was in there. So that's what I'm gonna make tonight. And so I'll show you how I make that again. And I do have some cookies for dessert I made at home. They're like the everything but the kitchen sink cookies. It's got like coconut, chocolate chips, butterscotch chips, macadamia nuts. So I'm gonna start cooking my dinner. And I think Angela has what do you have, Angela?
Fettuccine Alfredo chicken.
She's got a mountain house. So she's having that for dinner. Just so you know, this is like one of my favorite recipes. It's so good. All right, so for this recipe, I'm gonna be cooking this just in my little plastic freezer bag, just because it's easier to clean up. But so what is in here right now is instant mashed potatoes. It has mushroom gravy, just the powdered mushroom gravy in it, and then it has onion soup mix. So all that's all mixed in here. And then now I'm gonna take this water is done boiling. So I'm gonna pour that into here. Usually I don't need about 2 cups of water, but I like to pour it kind of slowly to stir everything up, make sure I don't put too much water in it. Get everything good and stirred up. It's a lot harder to stir it up in a bag than it is when you just do it in a bowl, but it makes cleanup a lot easier. So now I'm gonna put some butter. Butter always makes things better. And then I have some sharp cheddar cheese here. Just like that, and then I like to mix that up so that the cheese can start melting in the hot potatoes. It doesn't look very appetizing, but it really is really good. And I've got some French fried onions. And then I'm gonna put my trash in this little bag right here. And then the last thing is these guys. You don't have to obviously use all of them, but I don't want to waste them. And this is my version of backpacking bangers and mash. Not the prettiest, but delicious. That's so good. I mean, it's so good.
Well, hi, Mr. Frog. What are you doing, buddy?
Oh, so cute. Good morning. It's time to make some breakfast. So one of the first things that I like to have in the mornings is my Carnation instant breakfast / coffee mix. So what I have is one of these little Nalgene mini Nalgene bottles, and I fill it up to about 10 ounces of water. I add in 1 packet or 2 packets, depending. For this short backpacking trip, I'm just gonna have 1 packet. When I was out doing my through hike, I would use 2 packets. So this, I have the chocolate Carnation Instant Breakfast. And then I'm gonna add a packet, I can't talk this morning. I'm going to add a packet of the instant coffee. And then I'm going to have some of this Maxwell House. It's called French Vanilla. It's an iced latte, but it's so good. I also have this new stuff that I'm using. I got this from Nested Naturals. They sent this to me and I want to try it out, but it's greens. And so it's pretty exciting because like you can get your vegetables and things in there, your all your minerals and vitamins you need. So I'm going to be having that drink. And I'll have that with my oatmeal that I'm about to make. And then of course I'll also have a cup of coffee with the instant coffee packet. And then I have actually some no sugar added hot chocolate. So I'm gonna put that in with the coffee. But let me get my drink made and then start on my oatmeal. This morning I'm going to be making carrot cake oatmeal. I think Angela's making her breakfast this morning. She's got her biscuits and gravy. Oh, it's boiling. Alright, now that the water is boiled, so what I have here in my little Ziploc freezer bag is I have half a cup of old-fashioned rolled oats. I have 1 scoop of vanilla protein powder, and I have a mix of it's like chia and flax seeds, things like that in it. You could also add, if you wanted to add more calories or more nutrients, you could also add a packet of this French vanilla breakfast essentials, but I'm not going to add that since I've got protein powder in it, and I'm also having the breakfast essentials in my drink. And then I have some dried carrots in here. So I'm gonna open that up. And of course you could add your water based off the consistency that you like your oatmeal as well. And then what I do now is I've got some pumpkin pie spice. So I'm going to go ahead and add that in. I like to have the dried carrots in the mix when it's cooking because it helps the carrots to cook up better. I'm going to let that sit there for just a little bit. All right, while the oatmeal is cooking, I'm gonna make my coffee. Angela was kind enough, she had a Starbucks, so I'm gonna have this instead of my other stuff. I would much rather have some Starbucks. A little chocolate to go with the coffee. All right, that oatmeal looks pretty good there. Also, I forgot to mention, I had added brown sugar to the oatmeal concoction before I put the water in. And so here I have some unsweetened shredded coconut and walnuts, raisins, and then I've got some white chocolate chips. Pour all of that in there. And then I've also brought here in this little plastic bag. I have these little containers that I picked up from the Dollar Tree, and they're okay, but it is syrup, and as you can see, it already kind of leaked a little. I'm not sure how good these things really work, but they were only $1 for like 12. But I put some sugar-free syrup in there. I'm going to pour that in there. There it is, carrot cake oatmeal. So now I normally, when I was through hiking, I did not eat like this. I would usually have like a bar or something like that. But with an overnight, you can kind of do whatever you want. You have plenty of time. Pretty short hike out today, so I'm having a really awesome breakfast. And I usually don't even make coffee in the mornings, but it's nice. I love being at camp and having coffee in my hammock and enjoying that. But I do always have my drink with my little pills. I always do have that every time I hike. If you like carrot cake, this is awesome. All right, well, we are all packed up and ready to hit the trail and finish out our hike today. See y'all on the next hike, and happy hiking. All right, 1.2 miles left.